All right, team. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This is going to be very quick and easy. So, as we have discussed, and based on the feedback that we got from you guys as the teachers regarding our tardies and the way we're working on tardies, you all have expressed that uh, we are losing too much teaching time or learning time for our scholars because they are just milling around on the line for tardy. And you guys requested that you all take the ownership of taking tardies in the classroom, which will definitely maximize our learning time in the classroom for our scholars, and they do not walk around the hallways anymore. And I believe that that might, thank you for doing that. Now, a couple things of those, and as I have expressed with all our those that have come up to me to give that suggestion, was that one of the biggest drawback of that was the fact that the fidelity of our teachers to ensure that we are taking tardies. And in light of that, we are working on something to where it will be easier for you guys to do so. That will be user friendly, and therefore easier to implement. That being said, this is what we came up with. Okay, this DMS Tardy calculator and emailer. So I want to walk you through what would it look like, okay, and then we will go from there. So let's say Johnny is late in your class, or let's say I am late in your class, and you will no longer slam the door on me. You just let me in. You just record. If I'm tardy, that I'm tardy. So well, all you have to do is look at Johnny's ID number, or ask Johnny his ID number, and say, "What's your ID number?" And let's say Johnny, which is me. I said, "Hey, Karampatan, what is your ID number?" 22151. And let's say it's period one right now. Is the first period is when I'm late. Uh, so now we are going to hit submit. As soon as I hit submit, it will automatically, if you notice that now I am now have two tardies in, I have a total of two tardies first period, and now my tardy is now 18, and now I am in school suspension. It's telling us the consequences right here. And I'm just, again, this is an example. Now, here's the interesting part about this, where I believe this might help us out big time, is that when you submitted that as a teacher, it'll tell us who submitted it, right? And then the first period, and then the student's name, and then the email registered for the parent, the primary guardian's email. And what it does automatically is it will send an email to the parent, which it did to me right now. I don't know if you heard that sound beep, but it did just beep on my email stating, that again, that I was, that I got a, basically, parent got notified. So let's do it one more time. So if you look at it, Karampitan has a total of 18 right now. And let's say we're going to take a look at Miss Kelly. 98765 is her ID number, right? So another student comes in, they're late. 98765. Again, this is third period now. So Miss Kelly was late third period. I hit submit. You notice that it popped up in third period now. Miss Kelly now has lunch attention because she already exceeded the threshold. And she would have gotten an email too. And she probably did right now because I'm exercising this. So I can do another example. See that beep? There you go. It just it made that beep because I also routed it to my email account, which is that one. Whatever it would be as the email address of the parent, that is where the email is going to get routed to. So this is that version of it. Now, some of you guys might wonder, how come that why can't we just use the one on eSchool? And I'm always very transparent with you guys. Here's the issue with the eSchool ETAC system. It is definitely much, much more, I would say, easier accessible to you guys. But the issue with the ETAC is that it has no way of notifying parents. It has no way of doing automatic calculations, as unlike this, what is live. And additionally, If we are to focus on the consequences, there will be a lag, and we don't want that. We want it to be the students will have immediate consequences that the parents can see immediately. And by the way, I am working on another system in here that this will at every Friday or something to that effect, that it will email their parents their total tardies. So I'm working on that. I'm trying to come up with a script for that right now. Just bear with me on that regard. But right now we do have it to where every time that they are tardy, their parents will be notified of what period it would be, so on and so forth. It looks something like this actually. I'm going to show you guys what the email looks like, so that way you guys are familiar with it. So this is what the email looks like. Tardy calculator, dear parent of Kelly Amanda, this is to inform you that your scholar was tardy in his or her fourth period today, and it gives it a timestamp of what time that was. Please help us remind your scholar to make sure that he or she makes it in time. A constant will be given to your scholar and his or her tardies to continue. The tardy matrix is as follows, and it goes so on and so forth like that. So again, hopefully this will help us out in clearing our hallways and maximizing our scholars' time in your classroom. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. And my suggestion, team, is go ahead and bookmark this on your desktop. That way you don't have to look for it all the time. I will also share this with you. You guys have view access to this. You guys will have view access to this also, so that way you guys can see it also as it goes. All right. Is there anything else that you guys have? Please let me know if you have any questions. All right. Have a great night. Come on. Come on. Turn it off. Okay, if I could just turn this thing off.